right, thanks guys. So this is, it's kind of funny. I have mixed feelings about this whole event. I've been peering in the window for like a lot of you for like the last 2 or 3 years, right? And right, Deb's nodding her head. Yeah, we've all been. We walk our dogs by, and we're peering in, and sort of like waiting. And now that it's here, we want this thing to hurry up and want to get inside and to buy some stuff, right? Because I come home this way. I know Tony does. We come home right along Ash Street, and it just so happened. What was it last? Well, I guess it's been a little over a week. I looked and guys are open. I said I want to be one of the first customers, so I can declare myself as one of the first. I know pretty much everybody here has been in since. This is a first for me in a way. I think this is my time in office. This is the first ribbon cutting that I have walked to, which is kind of cool. The first one I brought my dog to, which is kind of cool too. She's digging it. But this is really exciting. So Ian has owned this property for many years, and has turned it into something that I think will be a destination throughout the region, just because of the quality of not just what he offers, but the quality of care. And I mean that in a very in the broadest sense, right? Retail's changed a lot, as we know, certainly over the last decade, right? I won't ask for a show of hands of who purchases wares on Amazon, right? But the reality is that retail has changed a lot in the United States, and in order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be able to develop relationships, to customize the experience, and to offer something something novel, to offer a novelty, offer an experience, and that's what Ian totally understands. As someone who's been in finance for a great deal of his professional life, and then in commercial real estate after that, he understands the customer base in the region, and he understands the neighborhood, and wanted to really not just make money here. I certainly want every business to be profitable, of course, but we want everybody to feel like they're part of something, and that's and I think that's fair to say that's one of the driving motivations. So I've been in it. I can attest to just how fabulous this place is, and just how eager I am to use it, really as an extension of my refrigerator. It's only 3 blocks away, so if nothing's great in the fridge, this is where I'll be. But I want to thank a lot of folks. So first off, I want to thank the elected officials who are here today and showing their support. Another person right behind me who will also use the store as an extension of his fridge, my next door neighbor and good friend, and our state rep, Tony Cabral, who will say something in a minute. Likewise, with Scott Lima, who just lives, I don't know, like 4 blocks up the street, like this way, just not too far. He's a huge supporter of Ian's and small businesses in the ward. Bruce Oliveira, who's from the school committee, whose son, Kevin, lives like right over there. So Bruce will be using this as part of his fridge, of course. And a lot of people to thank for their work directly on the project. The EDC, Derek Santos, is here with Jessica Trombley. They supported it mightily. This was one, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Derek, but was this one of the first NB 100 recipients, right, which is an ARPA program that Derek created that's worked very well to get funds in the hands of small businesses so they could have the working capital to move their projects along, so that's really helpful. They're also are going to be getting an ARPA award for the facade, the beautiful place, right? I mean, this is one of those great selling points of this place. It looks just so. There's tremendous care put into it, and that was facilitated by the federal funds that the city received in the storefront program that we created. So I want to thank our congressional delegation, of course, for that support, but I also want to thank the work of Elise Raposa, our ARPA coordinator, for making that happen, facilitating all that. This is good stuff. Last, I want to just say I want to thank, it's always great to have a ribbon cutting with the First Lady of New Bedford, Ann Partridge, here. And I guess I can call Aria the first dog. I don't know if that's a title or not, but why not? It is now. So, but I just want to close saying, Ian, thank you for believing in the city. Thank you for investing in it. Thank you for your leadership as an entrepreneur. Thanks for ruining my diet. It's really, it's all worth it, man. It's all worth it. It's all good. So thank you. We'll cut the ribbon in a second, but I wanted to call Tony and Scott up to say a few words. Tony. Oh, and by the way, I got to do this. I forgot this. I knew I was forgetting some part. Yes. So I have a resolution here for you, Ian, which says as follows: the City of New Bedford hereby offers its sincerest congratulations. You got a cheering section over there right across the street. Hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Coastal Provisions and Ian Shields in celebration of the grand opening of your establishment and in appreciation of your investment in New Bedford. With best wishes for your success and prosperity, signed by me this day, the 10th of March, 2023. Congratulations. Tony.
Okay, we'll be fast. It's kind of cold, so let's be fast on this. Well, first, thank you for inviting me as well, for being here. Ian, this is really a great initiative of yours. We need more so-called variety stores in the neighborhood. Bring back the ability for folks who live in this area to actually walk here, like the mayor just did this morning. And you're going to see a lot of that foot traffic, but I'm sure, being a good entrepreneur, you also know it's important to be connected to the digital world, and I'm sure people can order and then pick up from here as well. Again, I probably will ruin my diet as well, but I can't wait to get inside and actually check the place out. So, and you have a sporting fan over here, taping. Look at that, right? Anyway, so thank you again, congratulations, and let's cut that ribbon.
All right. All right. So good morning, everyone. So first of all, I want to thank Ian for this neighborhood revitalization. That's what this is. This is neighborhood revitalization. I want to thank you very much for doing a great job. Ian and I probably met, I'm thinking around 2 years ago in the spring, and so he had called me and kind of told me his concept. And so the first thing I did that I always do is I Googled him. That's the first thing. And I saw his background and what he did in Boston. I said, this guy's pretty impressive. But we had a very nice meeting down at Green Bean, and he told me what he was planning on doing. And I said, man, this is a really, really, really great idea, something that I can get behind. And so I have a citation I'm going to read. But before I do that, I'll just spend, it'll be 60 seconds. So I grew up in the neighborhood. My mom still lives just a block away on the corner of Chancery in East Clinton. So I played around here as a kid. And so when I talk about neighborhood revitalization, I remember this was Tasker's Market when I was a kid. And the gray part of the wall that now has, those aren't shingles. Are those shingles? What do you call this?
Clapboard.
Clapboard. That has the clapboard. There were some pictures taken before that was put up. And it says Tasker's Market on the side of the building. And it's period. It's like, maybe from the 50s or the 60s. But that was really good to see. And I wish that they could have retained that. But so I remember the neighborhood. You can go in there and buy meats and stuff. This was actually a restaurant on the ground floor, just on the ground floor, called Alfie's when I was a kid. We had Fuller Paint Store. I know I talked to Don Wilkinson here. Don was a Swain School of Design student when Swain was up on the corner of Hawthorne and County Street, and their campus was there. Fuller Paint Store was just down the corner here. And if you were a commercial painter, you could go over there and buy gallons of paint. Well, that's where all the students went to buy their canvas, tubes of paint, charcoal. And so it was great. I used to go in there and just kind of be fascinated by the paints and stuff. We had Sunnybrook Farms down the store. And the last thing, this little house right here, there was a gentleman there that used to fix transistor radios. So it's a great neighborhood. It's a revitalization project. You're not going to ruin my diet because I'm not on one. So we don't have to worry about that, but I do need to be on one. So if you have, I'll go for the healthy choices. That's right. And but I want to thank you. So that was just a little neighborhood history, and we have a citation here from the City Council, and I'm going to read that now. Why don't you step up a little bit closer? Thank you. Okay, so we have a New Bedford City Council resolution, official resolution. Be it hereby known to all that the City Council of New Bedford, Massachusetts hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Coastal Provisions LLC in recognition of the ribbon-cutting celebration and with best wishes for many years of successful operation in satisfying the food and beverage cravings of your faithful customers. The entire citizenry extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued good fortune given this 10th day of March 2023. Congratulations, Ian.
All right, thanks, Scott. And again, I want to thank Derek and his team at the EDC. And this is the history. I remember going with my mother to Fuller's Art Store, and that was a long time ago. This is really an occasion for the neighborhood to continue its comeback. The development over at the former Chummock's Garage site, that's still moving forward. That jail is going to take a little bit longer to take care of, but at least people are thinking about it now. But it's all really exciting, and Ian's jumping in with both feet into it. We really appreciate your willingness to move it forward, and I just want to congratulate you on the occasion and ask you to tell us what's for sale today.
Thanks. Well, thank you. I'm not as good at speeches as my fellow city folks up here, but I'm very excited, and I just wanted to say thank you to the West End, to all of my neighbors. I've met many of you, but I'm looking forward to meeting many more of you. And for those that don't know, Coastal Provisions is really a great general corner store that I hope everyone will feel is truly their corner store. So I'm really excited about that. Exactly what the mayor had talked about and referenced. It's really about connections, especially after we just went through a really tough time with the pandemic and everyone was sort of isolated. So it's really nice to come together and see neighbors kind of bump into each other and catch up. So it's really great to see that. And it's already starting to happen, which is exciting. So Coastal Provisions is really focused on sort of healthier, natural, sometimes organic products. And we have some sweet treats too that are not good for you. So, but everything in moderation. But I can't, further reemphasize and express my gratitude towards the city of New Bedford. I told the mayor that he was an inspiration for me to come down here in the first place. I don't know if he believes that or not, but it's very true.
I don't.
It's very true because it's been exciting to see all the changes that have been happening here in New Bedford, especially over the last 5 to 10 years. So I'm not that far. I grew up on the Cape, and it's been exciting to be so close to the water in such a great city, so with great people. So the last thing, I kind of have a list here. I don't know how long we have. I don't want this to turn into an Oscar award ceremony, but I did want to kind of reemphasize a thank you to a lot of different departments here with New Bedford. I mean, I've worked with quite a few of them. So I've worked with ISD, the health department, infrastructure. I've worked with city planning and the city councils. Thank you, Scott. And it's just been really great to get to know everyone and meet people and to see the support there. And I most importantly want to thank RP Valois had helped me with this. This was a great project. I had a contractor that unfortunately had to back out. And so we've had a lot of delays. And as you know, this is sort of a 3+ year project in the making. But we're open, which I'm really excited about. And I couldn't have done it without my partner, Max, as well as my family. So you'll probably see a lot of my family members here as well. Angelica, Matt, and Ryan. So I'm just excited to welcome. So thank you. Thank you all. And hopefully I didn't forget anyone.
All right. We'll go ahead and be ready to cut.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I think they got a little rusty during the pandemic. All righty, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we'll do this on 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Crunch time. Crunch time. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.